Alright guys, so this one's going to be a quick video. I also wanted to showcase my fish mitt. This is going to be a gift from my brother-in-law. He absolutely adores fishing. But yeah, you literally put your hand up the booty, right? And it's a little wah, 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 wah. Thing's hilarious. But it's like a giant ass fish. Like look, it's like a big old fish. Anyway, I'm going to have my fun with that one. Our handy dandy opening tool. So I realized Friday night when it was way too late that I was out of antiquities videos that have been pre-recorded, and I was like, oh, well, I have packs sitting here behind me. However, I feel weird opening up my $12 packs of antiquities, wink wink nudge nudge, without my boy here. So Sane is not here. So this is instead by popular demand. Congrats, I think, Sadistic or whoever. You can start with an S. I'm slightly dysfunctional when it comes to names. But you were the only one, I think, that actually commented on that. So congrats, you get your choice, and we're cracking it live. I'm gonna just chuck those up there. There's our art card, our Snowland, our lovely foil, a Dookie Rare. Decent uncommons, not really. Rip. Okay, there we go. I think we have a decent. Everything visible on the screen now. I can't really. Yeah, there we go. Here, wait. Let me turn these sideways. I readjusted my camera, so it's a little bit farther away. I know someone commented about the noise from the packs being a little obnoxious. So I think we're going to remedy that by this being a little bit further away. It's a little unavoidable to a certain extent, but... Ooh, Mox Tantalite, there we go. This is like a 60-70 cent card. I had someone buy these out earlier today. It was kind of strange. So what we're really looking for in here, right? Like the Mythic slot is unironically like heavy. When I calculated the EV on these, I actually intentionally left the Mythics out for my EV calculator. I know someone asked me like, oh, how do you calculate the EV? And for me, I calculate the EV based on the worst case scenario, right? Like, ooh, there we go, $3, win. I know for a fact that if I take the guaranteed rare and I average that by 36 and I use that to calculate what my expected averages are, I can save myself a lot of heartache. So for me, I knew worst case scenario, I was going to average 170 a box, right? That counted my Snowlands, it counted my average rares, you know, etc. It didn't count the commons, uncommons, and the foils. And this box, by the way, is out of a sealed case, so we will hit a foil mythic at some point. I do not win. No win. Ooh! Oh. That's actually a huge hit. Kess is decent. Talisman of Hierarchy is not bad. And that number for Modern Horizons was about like 160, which isn't too bad. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We're already pumping up into that EV. So I'm gonna kind of go off the prices of what I net after direct and fees and everything else. Obviously, my stuff is priced higher on direct to account for that. But you know, I think overall, ooh, Unearth. That's not the one I'm thinking of. There's another really good common. I'll know it when I see it. Wow. I've opened up so much of this stuff, it's actually crazy. This is a really good uncommon. It's like a 70-80 cent uncommon. It moves pretty frequently. I'll list like 10 of those, and they'll be gone within like a day. So that'll be a quick sell-through on that one. Echo of Aeon's art card. You know, I think, actually, that might be a good idea. I'm going to take a set of these art cards, and when we hit 1,000 subs, that's going to be one of the giveaways. It's kind of like a fun little thing I'll do. Ooh, Sword of Truth and Justice. Is that the expensive one? Wait. Yep, that's the expensive one. You can tell because it gives the +1. Nope. Still looking for that other. It's a black. It's a black mana. I don't remember which one it is. Anyway, but yeah, so that EV, when I calculated out, it ended up being like about $170 a box, and that was like nightmare scenario, right? Like if I bare minimum average this crap out, like I get dookied on. That's what my numbers ended up being. And I will go through after this box is done. I will add this up real quick, and I will kind of show you why this is such an effective system, right? Because I'm basically trying to minimize any potential damage that I have and any risk. Like if I'm going to devote $17,000 to $20,000 or even $10,000 to any single product, Defile, that's what it was. That's like a 50-70 cent common. Then that means I need to seriously, like, not lose. So there's some math that has to go into that. And there's a certain amount of risk, obviously. There's another Defile. Perfect, winning. I think, like, the God Common pack would be, like, 1 Defile and 1 Ephemerate. Like, if you hit that, like, that's just the pack itself is almost paid for at that point. Like, it's actually that good. Alter Dementia, like, that's a $10 rare that sells, like, just hotcakes. Like, I list 10 of those, and they're gone within a day or two. Like, it's so crazy. That's probably going to be one of the first rares that I run out of. Because it doesn't seem to matter, like, how much I stack that up on price. Every time it just gets bought out and bought out and bought out and bought out and bought out. Like, it's actually a little wild. So, yeah, and that's kind of what you do when you if you really want to win with your EV calculator, right? And now, like, you're thinking, oh, well, but Richard, what about your commons and uncommons and your foils and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but that's on my profit, right? Because, like, I got to pay 15% in fees, minimum. If on direct, it's closer to like 30. And direct kind of, like, you can offset it on direct a little bit, so you don't, like, get gobbled on the direct fees, but, like, it definitely, like, slows your volume down sometimes based on the card. Like, oh, there's Ephemerate again, another $3. Like, if I had just listed all this stuff at, like, the TCG low, I probably would have sold out of a lot of this stuff already. I'd have, like a $15,000 like like TCG payment like pending in my account right now. Instead, I have like $3 or $4 grand. And that's another fun thing, right? Like I'll like throw like a quick update in here too while I'm at it. I have already sold another Urzas. I think that's it for our mythics. Is that 4th? Yeah, so that's it for our mythics. I have already sold like $2,700 profit. And, like, I'll say profit, but I'll say, like, I've recouped $2,700 already out of the roughly, like, $17,000 that are invested. So, you know, we've already recouped about 10% of what we devoted into this, which is pretty solid. I had stuff priced fairly aggressively now. I do not. I don't want to sell out of this stuff too quickly. But I also do need to recoup my money. So it's kind of like a catch-22. And I'm going to see how fast this one payment from Direct takes. Make sure that if my payments from Direct are a little bit quicker, I might try and push another $3 or $4 grand through real quick. Just to kind of recoup my wallet a little bit. Because I have the Fab release coming up. And kudos to those of you who reached out to me and got the cheap pre-orders on those. Because I gave you guys pretty good prices. Lightning Skelemental is another one that sells like crazy. I'm really surprised, like, Lightning Skelemental isn't going up in price at all. It's just kind of just, like, just sitting there. But who knows? We'll see. I finally have almost sold through all of my Ultimate Masters rares and mythics from all the box openings and stuff that I've done, which it took quite a while. Whoops. I trolled myself. There we go. That's a $1 and change. Nope. And see, that's the interesting thing about this, right? Is like I knew my uncommons and commons at a minimum were going to be my profit. Like, so I knew worst case scenario I was going to be looking at making like $30 to $40 a box. Ah, I thought we had it. We did not. And so, like, even after fees, I'm still looking at, you know, $4,000, worst case scenario, right? Which really isn't bad. Like, that's not a bad walk away. Like, if you invest 17 grand and you make 3 on it, like, you know, you're pulling almost 20%. That's pretty solid rates of returns, if you ask me. So I can't really complain. We did see 2 ephemerates, and we had 2 or 3 defiles, so that's, you know, about whopping like $6-7, something like that. Nothing too crazy. Trying to rush through this so it doesn't take too long, because I want to get this uploaded tonight, because like I mentioned earlier in the video, I forgot that I didn't have a... Ooh, another defile. I forgot that I didn't have any more antiquities recorded, which is awkward. So that's a fun time. Another foil common. Ooh, another ephemerate. So we're up to 3 ephemerates. And I'm going to do the quick math here on this box so that you guys can see it. And that is the not as good sword, but we did get an extra mythic, so I can't complain. And okay, so we hit 3 ephemerates. We hit at least 3 defiles, so that's $11.50 right there, right? I know this is 10, so we're at 22, about 24. Profit-wise, this will be like 37. Let's see, we're at like $57. This is about $10 now. This is about $10 too. So that's about $67, $77. Sorry, there we go. Let's see here. These are all $1 to $2 cards. $1 to $2 cards. That's a $1 to $2 cards. That's 10. $1 to $2 cards. $1 to $2 cards. That's 10. $1 to $2 cards. Da 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 da. Not a $2 card. Not a $2 card. Okay, so we were at like $77, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I'm going to go ahead and say we have $35 in net here onto $77, which puts us at to what? Oh, $107, $112 so far. Not horrible. Let's see. This is like, I think $7, so we're at like, call it 100 and, I don't know, 119. This is $10, 129, 139. That'll make me about 38, which is $159, $168. It's funny how that math worked out just like that, didn't it? Now, all of this is all profit. I have my snowlands. These are average about $1.25 is what I make on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Newsflash, it's gonna be 36. 36, what a surprise. That's another $35+, which puts me over $200 a box. This is another $6 or $7. These things are crazy rare, by the way. That's another few dollars. That's another $1. That's another $1 and change. Those are 25 cents a piece. That's like 20 or 30 bucks. And then we have all of this shenanigans, which is more money. Like, this is why I said this is like the most deeply inverted EV set in the marketplace right now. Like, after fees, I'm making $40+, $50+ a box. Not even counting my uncommons and commons, my 36 tokens that I'll sell at like 10 cents a piece, my foil tokens that I'll move at like 25 to 30 cents a piece. Like, this adds up so freaking fast. It's crazy. Even like this stuff, like, I don't think these are going to be worth a ton, but like, if I throw these up on eBay sorted as like $10, $15 sets of like completed art cards and just ship them out, like, how much more EV do I get on top of that? Like, this is so crazy. Like, just the raw, unabridged value. Like, there's almost $250 to $300 profit out of this box. And this is a pretty good box. Like, we hit one of the better mythics. Like, we hit the Sword of Truth and Justice. We hit the best rare, Force of Negation. And we hit, like, 3 mid-tier ones. And then the rest of our rares were kind of just crap. Like, but it's still so easy to break even. Like, we didn't hit multiple expensive mythics. I've had boxes where you hit, like, First Sliver, Sword of Truth, Yawgmoth. Like, right there, 3 cards, $100 profit out of a single box. Like, that's crazy. And no one was buying this to open it. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's buy it all. Let's Galaxy Snap it. Let's enjoy it, open it, and make a bunch of money. And it turns out that when you calculate your EV net at $170 a box across 80 plus boxes that I've opened so far, sorry, 78 boxes I've opened up so far, I'm averaging profit, let's keep in mind here, profit of over $100 a box. That's crazy. And that's like, that's just normal. I don't know why, but like, that's just the way it is. And I have misprints out of all this stuff. I have all my foils. I'm going to be able to put together a master set of foils by the time I'm all done. I'm missing like 2 of the foils. It's like Seasoned Pyromancer and Hex Drinker, which whatever. They're like cheap to go buy. Like, if I have to go buy them to replace it or get them, then sure, I'll go get them and, you know, knock them out, call it a day. But like, that's so wild to me that this set was so deeply inverted for so long. And even with me buying as much of it as I did, like, being real, there's still more out there. Like, you can go buy it right now on TCG Player. For example, the 17th of May when they do their Mayhem sale and everyone gets like 18% cash back, you could quite literally go buy every box that's under $250 and probably still make $30 to $40 a box. Hello. Why? Whoever's listening to the end of this video, enjoy the free money that I have just given you. Go buy your boxes at under $240 shipped. Like, if you're passing past $250, now it gets risky. Under $240 a box shipped. If you open it, sell every uncommon, every common. If you monetize all of it, you sell all your mythics, all your rares. At worst, you will break even at $250. And the kicker is, because you bought it on the TCG Player sale day, you're going to get like 18% cash back on all that. So you're going to make 18%. At a worst case scenario. That's crazy. Enjoy your free money. Goodbye, guys.